All right. So this is the third video about helping you with the global virtual design sprint. And this one's going to be all about networking. So this time around in number 5, we're holding a number of different options, or I say we're hosting a number of different options for people to engage with other participants. That you normally in the past we've waited until the event actually happened for people to network with one another, and usually it's a small micro team, or you would have a large mural with a bunch of different LinkedIn profiles on it that you could click. What we're changing around for 5 is that we're going to be hosting, or I should say, I'm going to be hosting 2 networking events every Friday during the week. That may increase as we get closer to the event. But these networking sessions are meant for people to get to know one another, what they're here for, what they want out of the Global Virtual Design Sprint, what they're interested in. And I'm also offering the template that I've created for these networking sessions for alumni. So if you want to hold your own networking sessions, not only can I do that with these mural templates, but I can also signal boost on social media. But one thing at a time. Let's get into the template itself so I can basically explain what this is all about. So I'm going to zoom out here a little bit. And what it is, just create a very, very short template to basically jumpstart any particular networking session that you may want to hold as an alumni, or maybe even as a new attendee, but you want to bring more people into it. Now, this template doesn't necessarily need to be used for the Global Virtual Design Sprint. You can take what you want from it, and there's a link in the YouTube video as well as on the resources site. But again, we'll get to all that in just a second. For now, let's go through the actual template, and it's in 4 parts. So the first one is, what's in a nickname? Now, this is something that I have to credit Mural with, because I went to one of their backstage passes, and they featured this as one of their icebreakers, and I kind of liked it. So the idea with this icebreaker is that you're going to be essentially putting in an image of some type that corresponds to something you've given a nickname to. Now, this can be something that your family's given a nickname to, or your I would say collaborators, your colleagues at work, maybe even your friends, or maybe yourself, but something that you've given a nickname to either in the house or at work that you want to share with everyone else in the group. And you can put that there as well as a title. You don't necessarily need to give it a description, but the idea is that once everyone's kind of put in their particular nickname or the item that they've had, they can explain to the rest of the group and what that is. And the facilitator can usually choose. But it's a nice way of kind of abstracting kind of an introduction, but getting to know the person a little bit differently. Because introductions traditionally tend to take a lot of time in the very beginning that you don't get back. You do want to meet other people, but this is a nice vehicle for being able to do that. The next part is the personal and professional interests. So as much as you would care to divulge, you'd use this area to put in some things that you're currently interested in. Like, for example, for me, I play a lot of Pokemon Go when I'm running, because me and my son are basically building up a lot of different Pokemon Go that he can use in battles later on once he gets back to gaming. The second thing I'm interested in is prototyping, which is actually taking what you're doing and validating it with certain markets rather than doing hypotheticals or conjectures or getting opinions. I'm really interested in that because I'm exploring it currently, both the short-term and long-term implications of testing markets. So that's just for me, but for the people that are part of your networking event or your networking group, you can use this as a way of kind of putting everything down that's personal and professional to you. Then after that, you can hold a small vote within Mural. Like, there's an ability to do voting as a facilitator. And then you just vote on the cards that are most interesting to you. Like, just basically take the cards, divide them by the number of people in the networking group, and then you'll have like a number of votes to use. And then you just go from top to bottom, like the most voted cards to less voted cards, and just have the discussion flow naturally with everyone there. If you hit a stall, or if it basically is in conversation, or conversation just ends after talking through everything, there's a couple of other optional things you can do. It's like, what do you want to experience in the GVDS? So it can be, this is one example here, is to be able to facilitate or co-facilitate a virtual design sprint, which is usually in hot demand every single event. What you can do is basically put in some sort of picture through Mural and drag it over here into this space. And then if you have, after everyone kind of gives their 2 cents on what they'd like to get done, you can use these images here, like checkbox or a thumbs up or anything you like, any of the icons within Mural, to be able to kind of uh, affirm that visually that that's something else that you're interested in. So in discussion can follow afterwards, but this is a more visual way of kind of affirming certain things that you want to experience in the event. And finally, any questions you have about the GVDS can be posted here. There's a couple of them that I've already kind of seeded, which is what you need to prepare for the first week of the event. What programs do you need to be familiar with? Those are all common questions I've heard in the past. But again, every group is unique, so you can put your own in this space. And then it's a matter of, after you get done, another way of kind of emphasizing certain cards or showing that there's certain interest in them is just to give them a different color, like highlight them or make them orange or green. And then you just go through them until time allows. And usually these networking events that I'm describing are usually 60 minutes. So again, you can use this template to host your own if you'd like, if you're an alumni or if you're brand new to the event, just to get to know one another. If you need help being able to post this on social media, I'm usually on LinkedIn all the time, sometimes Instagram, sometimes TikTok, a lot of times on Reddit and Twitter and other places. So I can signal boost what your event is going to be, especially if you're looking to get people that are local to your city or to your profession. This is a good way of kind of meeting new people, even if they aren't interested in the GVDS. So for reference, I usually use Zoom for mine. I'm using a webinar version in Zoom to kind of bring these together, because there's the possibility that if everyone's cool with it, we can broadcast stream live to YouTube like I'm doing right now, so that some of this is kind of social proof that these networking events do exist and that other people can kind of attend them, even if they aren't part of the GVDS, and see what it's all about. And then finally, if you're looking for the templates themselves beyond what I'm going to link in the YouTube, there is a section on the GVDS website called resources. This is going to be updated daily. Every day I'm going to be pecking away at this entire list between now and the beginning of October. The two that I've added here are host or attend a networking event, which is going to be this particular video after I get done stopping it from live streaming. And then the template to Mural that I've just showed you is right here in case you want to use it. Feel free to use those for your own purposes. But again, all of this is going to be filled out in due time. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, do reach out to me. You can find me on LinkedIn, probably with better hair than I'm sporting today. You can also email me at robert@dallasdesignsprints.com. Remember, early bird pricing for GVDS is going to end this Friday. So it's going to bump up about $100, I believe, from where it is now, or even more than that. So if you want to get into the GVDS for October, definitely do sign up before that time. Again, and beyond that, have any questions, just reach out to me. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will talk to you later. Okay. See you.